We standing here with Luke, man, the legend, man, out here at the University of Miami. Luke, man, you came out here to see the team, man. You think things done changed around here?
I don't know. I'm going to see now.
You finna go find out?
I'm finna go find out.
So this is what you do when you go
in there.
there.
That's the best way you do. You got to go find out.
This is what you do. You go in there, you report back to us and see what you see, because you've been looking at this stuff up close for 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
no problem.
Whatever
but
you
I
see.
look at all your tapes. You've been. I don't have to cut the price. I got to look at Caneville, FOOTBALLVILLE.
Yeah, we trying to give people something they never saw before.
Yeah,
we're trying to be innovative and creative with it.
You doing great. You doing great. I like that. I like the aerial shots. You big time now. You got drones and aerial shots and all this beautiful stuff. I remember used to be like this here. Hey, well, you know Caneville out here.
But we've been trying to get the chicks though. X couldn't get them out of the strip club, fool. So we ain't there yet.
No.
we ain't there yet.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the gunshine state. What them boys still boring in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get K and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of face, but it's still real around here.
3 times as many coaches it was out here in the years of past. So you finna get a new level of teaching. Yeah, man. It's no doubt in my mind y'all gonna be good, bro. Remember I told you that. No doubt in my mind y'all gonna be playing for a national championship in 2 or 3 years. And that's not just a homer talking. I've just seen for 15, 20 years, I've seen what it was and what people thought it was, and what it really is. You know what I'm saying?
It's different, bro.
Yeah, the talent. We've always been relevant because of the talent. The talent is just easy to pick from around South Florida. It's easy to take the talent. You get a Duke Johnson just because. You get a Bashad Smith just because he played youth football down the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now you got the talent with the resources, and it just goes together. All right, man, we back out here in this thing. And you're looking at number 2 running back in the nation, man, standing with the University of Miami head coach Cedric Baxter. Cedric Baxter was set to come on our space last night, but did not get a chance to come through because he's here. And he said he had a nice time here at campus. He took him out to eat. He said he having a good time, you know what I'm saying, on recruitment. He didn't get a chance to come through last night. But he out here looking at practice. Cedric Baxter is part of deep running back class when you talk about South Florida, starting with Mark Fletcher, and then the speedster out of Fort Myers, Richard Young. But I seem to believe that Cedric Baxter may be the leader of that group. And when I say that, man, it's because the talent in Florida is so rich. It's not like there's a drop-off. Like if you had to rank them, you got to rank them. Will I take any one of them? Yes. But I think it goes Cedric Baxter, then Mark Fletcher, then Richard Young, if I had to take them in any order. The thing with Mark Fletcher is Mark Fletcher has been through that gauntlet of youth football, gauntlet, played on plantation team, the South Florida talent. He went up against year in and year out on the undefeated team for a long time. But Cedric Baxter, you can't deny the numbers that Cedric Baxter put up last year when it was time to show and prove the monster games that he had in huge big rivalry games against Jones and against these schools. I think at one time he had 3 carries for 170 yards in the game. So listen, Cedric Baxter, man, he's out here again. I mean, he's been out here a few times. I think the Canes are really high when it comes to Cedric Baxter on his list. He told us the last time he came here that it was the whole coaching staff following him. And when he left, he was very impressed. Then he went off to go to Ohio State. He visited Ohio State. He visited a couple other schools. And he's back out here. And that's the way I think it should be when the kid is 2 hours, 3 hours away from you. You should be able to jump on them and stay on them on some UFC pound and ground until they tap out. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking at the running backs, man, and Cedric Baxter would add actually to this group. And also Devontae Citizen out of New Orleans, he's coming to add to this group. And something he's coming to fight for that 3rd position, fight for playing time right off the bat. Mr. Fields, Coach Fields. Coach Fields, funny story with Fields. I was interviewing Skinner, another interview you can go check out. Skinner and his family, and they were talking to us and telling us how even when he committed to Alabama, that Coach Fields never gave up recruiting him. Sort of like Mario and Shamar Stewart, like it's never gave up recruiting the kids, stayed in contact with them, and eventually Skinner came back in the fold and committed to the University of Miami, and he's out here making plays. He's looking good. Done put some weight on. But Coach Fields once coached the Miami Northwestern Bulls. He's from Northern Florida. But the funny thing about Coach Fields is the Skinner family was telling the story of, they were saying that they didn't know he was white until they actually saw him on a Zoom. So he had been recruiting them the whole time, and they didn't know he was a light-skinned guy because of the way he sounds. If you ever hear Coach Fields talk, he sounds like, oh man, what's up, man, what's going on? And you can't really pinpoint where he's from by listening to him talk. But that was a funny story. You can go check that one out too, man. Skinner Morning Breath Show interview. A lot of Morning Breath Show being plugged on this segment here. Listen, y'all make sure y'all come out, man. Pre-spring game party on the 15th. The link is in the description. Pre-spring game party. We have sold 20 tickets, so it's 20 more. We only selling 40, 25 at the door, man. We may take 10 more people, man. We're gonna have food. Bring your own bottle. Art. You'll be able to get a tattoo. We got two of the best artists in South Florida will be there. They got some stuff. They painted some unique stuff, some other stuff. I know there's a Jay-Z painting they have in there worth $10,000. Everything won't be $10,000, but we talking about some high-end guys, man, that's painted for some superstars. So y'all come out and check us out, man. Come chill with us before the spring game. I know y'all gonna be here, man. It's gonna be a movie. What they doing? One-on-ones? All right, so let's go. All right, so listen, man, we got some rare footage of one-on-ones, and I think that was our big boy Allen Hayes right there going in on the one-on-ones. We got some O-line rare footage of the one-on-ones. Like we always tell you, the O-line is so far off, but we got a super-duper camera guy here, Twan, who can lock in on these things and catch these things from a far distance, which we wasn't able to do in the past. So we're going to see if we can get in here and get some one-on-one action with you guys and give you guys some footage of one-on-one action the best we can. You see everybody standing around. You see this Leonard Taylor, 56, right there standing around. You got Thomas kid out of Georgia right there standing around. That's actually what Skinner blocking the tight end inside the blocking drills. Oh, he got Coach Adai right here. Really happy about what James Couch and Ivy just did. Coach Adai was fired up for a second there. With James Ivy and Couch just hit the drill. So right now we got blades. Tyrique Stevenson coming out of Miami South Ridge was a freak, just like his Twitter name. He ran back punts. He was able to do everything. University of Miami was really high on Tyrique Stevenson. At the same time, there was a safety at St. Thomas named Battle. Battle family wanted Battle to come to University of Miami, but they was kind of giving the same sentiments of the Earl Little thing. He was saying that they didn't feel that University of Miami at the time, which was Manny's regime, was coming after Battle as hard as the Ohio State's it was Ohio State at that time. He eventually committed to Ohio State. Miami put the onslaught onto Tyrique Stevenson, and he eventually committed to Georgia. At the time, my connections, I was saying that, hey, listen, Tyrique Stevenson or Battle, they may not be the exact same guy. Both are pros. Both are elite. If we can't get Tyrique, let's just go after Battle. We end up losing them both. Battle ended up having a hell of a playoff run and going to Alabama. And we've seen what Battle has done at Alabama. He almost led them in tackles one year. Tyrique Stevenson went on to Georgia, got into a little trouble at the beginning, didn't get as much playing time as he wanted, came back home. I remember when he was headed back home, I hit him in the DM, was like, hey bro, I'm hearing you coming back home, man, tell me it's true. He was like, man, I'll be there next week. Came back, right off the back, cornerback one. You know what I'm saying? He's our best quarterback, punt return, all of that. Now Tyrique Stevenson, who's in the red jersey right now, is not going full speed, but I think he's our cornerback one and one of the best players and leaders on the University of Miami squad, homegrown kid. There will be a lot of these transfer portal stories coming in the future. The NCAA has gave Miami another edge, which is the transfer portal, because the kids that come from home are big-time kids. When they get in the portal, the first thing they want to do is come back home. All right, so a lot of fuss is being made by the cornerback room and what we don't have. But in that DB room, there's a lot of kids that aren't here. Beginning with American Heritage out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Pittsburgh transfer, Darryl Porter, 5'11", 168 pounds. Also, just walked up and hollered at us, who's at practice today, Jaden Harris, 6 foot out of Riverwood, Georgia. 6'1", Markeith Williams out of Evans High School. I hope Markeith is hollering at our guy, Cedric Baxter, trying to get him out here. Out of Orlando, Florida. Chris Graves, 6'1", 175 pounds, out of Fort Myers. Fort Myers, that's where Philip Buchanan is from. And that's where Najee Davenport originated from. Chris Graves, some seem to believe, who will be the one that's ready to come in and get the thing popping right off the bat. And you got 6 foot Kamari Rogers out of Madison, Mississippi, Holmes County. So there's a lot of kids that aren't here that will be filling in. I think around May, there'll be a lot of them be getting here and fighting to get on the field and fighting for position. So help is on the way, dog. Help is on the way, man. Just IOD, be patient. Huh? Listen, when you listen to me talk, I'm talking from experience. Over 12 years, FOOTBALLVILLE has put into this thing. And it didn't start with the University of Miami. It started with the community, and it'll always be about the community and the kids. The track record precedes itself. Over 400,000 followers. We got 70 on YouTube, 80,000 on Instagram, 60,000 on TikTok, reaching 20,000 on Twitter. Don't know no explanation to anybody about anything. Period. Our action to the community, to football, to the University of Miami shows who we are. FOOTBALLVILLE, man, IOD Squad, Invest or Die. Y'all stay locked in with us.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what? Big time play.